Welcome to the Crinan Canal. We have entered the first lock. We're waiting for another boat to arrive, and then we'll be lifted into the canal basin. Whilst we are waiting for the first lock to open, let me tell you a few facts about this beautiful shortcut. The Crinan Canal, which connects the villages of Ardrishick in the south and Crinan in the north, opened in 1801. It provides a navigable route of 7.5 nautical miles between the Clyde and the Inner Hebrides without a long and difficult passage around the exposed Mull of Kintyre. It shortens our journey from Largs to Oban from 120 to 60 nautical miles.
First look, it was exciting.
Quite narrow for a big boat like this one.
And not so easy.
We're gonna be boat handling pros after that canal, and we hope we get out without a scratch. It's gotta be narrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it's in here. So that's Lock 2 Dom. Catherine has opened the gate, and we're waiting for Sommerlet, the small boat ahead of us, to go out, and then we'll follow. Lock Boss, how does it go?
Es ist streng, aber absolut machbar. Also nicht irgendwo schwierig. Ich denke, man muss einfach so ein bisschen die Muße haben, Stress beiseite legen und dann sich einfach einlassen. Dann kommt das schon gut. Und wir haben ja die andere Familie, die kann ihre Seite gut machen, von dem her, das hilft auf jeden Fall. Nee, kommt gut.
We're on the way to Lock 5. The sailing yacht Sommerlet with a nice family is just ahead of us. We're sharing the locks. We're going in, the two of us, and that works actually quite well.
Auf der anderen Seite, wie ist das Handling auf dem Schiff?
It's quite okay. Just follow the wise word, slow is pro, and then it's fine. It's a bit of running front to front and aft, but it's okay. The first boat is coming downwards, so we have to make a port-to-port crossing with that sailing yacht that comes towards us. We're in the midst of Crinan Canal. It's very peaceful here, not a lot of traffic, not a lot of boats. It's very nice, and we actually think it's quite good value for money. You need to book your slot, and you need to get a license. Either have a one-way or a return license that allows you to stay in the canal for 4 days or 4 nights. I think it's good value for 3 or 4 nights free mooring plus the whole adventure and experience to go through the canal. It's actually very fair priced. The Crinan Canal has 15 locks and is crossed by 7 bridges. The summit reach between Cairnban and Dunardry is 20 meters above sea level. The canal has a depth of 3 meters, although our depth sounder recording a minimum of 2.1 meters when we passed through. During this coming winter, the canal will close for 6 months for extraordinary maintenance. Dredging will probably be part of the works.
Wir sind auf dem Weg zum Lok 9. Heute machen wir, glaube ich, 9 bis 4 Loks und dann 9 bis 13, genau. Und dann werden wir wieder einen kleinen Stopp machen, vielleicht eine kleine Wanderung. Das Wetter sollte ein bisschen trockener werden nachmittags. Aber momentan sind wir alleine. Gestern war das ja sehr, sehr busy, weil da alle von dieser Regatta zurückkamen. Aber es war eigentlich schön und wir denken jetzt auch, dass wir das alleine können heute. Feuerprobe. Das erste Mal alleine ganz im Lok. Gestern waren wir noch zu zweit mit einem kleinen Schiff, heute alleine.
Polaris is here on a very short waiting pontoon. We are waiting for one boat to come out of the lock, and then we're waiting for a small boat to catch us up.
Loch 10.
There was a lot of shouting going on between Catherine and me due to the loud noises in the locks. After many similar mooring and docking situations, this was the final straw that led us to the decision to indulge in 2 so-called marriage savers, wireless headsets which allow two-way communication without having to shout. Our experience of the Crinan Canal was entirely positive. Daunting at first, with its narrow locks and unknown operating procedures, we quickly got the hang of it, and we enjoyed the chats with fellow boaters and the helpful lock and bridge personnel. The canal was built to provide a shortcut for commercial fishing and sailing vessels between the industrial region around Glasgow and the West Highland villages and islands. Work started in 1794, but the canal's construction was beset with problems including finance and poor weather. It finally opened for business in 1801, 2 years later than initially planned. By the 1850s, some 44,000 passengers, 27,000 sheep and 2,000 cattle have been transported through the canal. Today, the canal is mainly used by about 2,000 visiting yachts and fishing vessels enjoying the most beautiful shortcut in the world. Good morning, it's day 3 on the canal, and what we're doing today is we're doing a little filming session, so I will try to untie the boat alone, get her off the waiting pontoon. Catherine will be on the towpath and take some pictures. Mike from the bridge up there, he informed us that there will be 3 or 4 boats coming our way, and because it's quite narrow down there, we decided to let them pass, and now they're gone, so we're all clear to go. Okay, so we'll hurry. Yeah, we just wait in front of the lock then, yeah? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Super, thank you. Bye bye, have a good day. Gaan we een beetje gas geven, hè?
Ja.
And so we arrive at the end of the canal. One more lock and we will be in the sea basin. From there, the final sea lock opens into the Sound of Jura. The tiny village of Crinan boasts a hotel with an award-winning seafood restaurant, a coffee shop, a post office and a boatyard. Nevertheless, it's a bustling place with boats entering and leaving the canal all day long. Here we stay for the last night on the canal and take in the magic of this place and its stunning surroundings. Good morning. I just went to check with the gate, with the lock guys, and see when we can check out. They are currently checking whether there's other boats coming down, because preferably, obviously, they would like to get 2 boats out in one lock full. So we might have to wait. They will come up and tell us when we can go out. We're ready.
Our last lock. Join us next time when we enter the Sound of Jura and sail up the Sound of Ling to Oban.